Yo, what up? All right. We got another one from Don't Tell Comedy.
Okay. Don't Tell Comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. What we got?
This is Dan Boulger, diabetes and jury duty.
Okay. Diabetes and jury duty.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Two things, I don't like. You know what I mean?
Yeah. We saw jury duty. Whitest Kid You Know, jury duty, like racist jury duty or something.
Yeah, that was funny. Yeah. Definitely.
Haven't been summoned to jury duty yet. I've never been summoned to jury duty.
Okay.
Never. Maybe I shouldn't say that.
Yeah, maybe you've missed your calling. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know how they know where I'm at.
Right. I don't know. Same here. Same here. You know, just factor it in. Possibly how long it's been.
I hope they don't come to me like, we've been trying to reach you for 10 years.
Nigga. How many years of age? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You probably missed that calling.
I hope I didn't, because let's hope there's no consequences.
And I think that I've been requested twice, maybe so far.
And you haven't went?
No, I went.
Oh, okay.
I went the times I was requested. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Now, was I selected for jury duty? Nah, but
they probably did. This
is
cool. High as hell.
Yeah, for whatever. I think it was when I was younger, like high school. I think I went.
Damn, high school?
Yeah, when I was in high school, I went, and I think I went.
You gotta be like 18, or you was over 18? Okay.
Yeah, definitely. And once in my adult life, and I wasn't selected either times. Just wasted the whole time of my day. You know what I mean? I got a jaywalking ticket one of the times, and that was a terrible experience. I don't know how. It's crazy. Yeah, how do you get jaywalking? Yeah, jaywalking on a street without a pole to push to go across it. Yeah, so just think about that, motherfucker.
That's when they choose to implement it.
Right. So, but yeah, man. Jury duty, not that much fun. But diabetes, yeah, man. Have some relatives that may have had diabetes. Pray for them. You know what I mean? Not a laughing matter. Depending on how you talk about it, I guess.
It's probably about to be.
All right, man. So let's go ahead and hear, what's his name?
Dan Boulger.
Mr. Boulger, first timer.
Yeah.
Let's go.
All right.
I do have diabetes. Anybody else? Fucking nobody here has diabetes? Sorry, I thought this was happening in America. It's not that bad to have. There's advantages, Like, it's the best excuse on earth. People are always like, why were you late? And I'm like, I was dizzy. A couple of years ago, I tried to get into jury duty, right? Because there's two ways you get into jury duty. The first thing they ask you is if you're having a hardship. So I was like, boom, beaties, I'm out. But I figured that wouldn't work because I don't look like I have it, because I don't have the kind you get from cake. So I was like, well, shit, an actual reason. But I couldn't think of anything. I'm a bad liar. So the judge asked me, is there any reason you can't be on this jury? I don't know what the fuck came over me, but I just looked at him, and I was just like, well, Your Honor, it has recently come to my attention that despite only having 5% of the world's population, the United States has 25% of the incarcerated inmates, many of whom are nonviolent drug offenders. And a disproportionate percentage to our population are African American and Latino males. But regardless of race, if you're in prison before you went in there, you were probably poor. So if you were to look at it from a distance, this courthouse doesn't feel like a place of justice. This is the beginning to a system that is an unintended yet extremely effective internment camp for undesirables. And I think that you and that everybody that works here should be fucking ashamed of yourselves. Yeah. Also, I have a dentist's appointment tomorrow. One of the great parts of diabetes is that occasionally you get to have a cookie as medicine. I never have a cookie, though. I always have a Milky Way. One time I had to go to Ireland, right? Because what happened is my father passed away. So what we did is we cremated him, right? And then we flew to Ireland, and then went to a small town called Cashel, and then we spread his ashes into a river. Despite his express wishes. He kept saying something like, I'm Greek, or something. Anyway, we spread the ashes, right? Then I'm over there for a week. I have a little vacay. Over that time, I get diabetes dizzy. I go into a convenience store where there were no Milky Ways. I said, fuck, no Milky Ways. The woman behind the counter says, actually, we do have them. It's just over here, they're called Mars bars. And it's true. In Europe, Milky Way, it's a Mars bar.
What?
Different things are called different things in different places. Do you guys know what we call Mountain Dew Code Red is actually called water in Flint, Michigan?
Damn.
I actually kind of like having diabetes. Like, I don't even know if there was a pill to take it, like, if I would take it to get rid of it, you know? It's like the only thing that ever made me give a fuck about myself. You know, like, I used to drink all the time, but like now, just at night. I don't even know how this really goes. It's kind of TED talky, but like I got it later in life. I'm like, you think like the shit in life that's gonna suck. Like, not only does it like build character, whatever, but it honestly ends up becoming a positive by the end. You know, like put it this way. Say this summer you go to Cape Cod, right? You go in the water for 2 seconds. Out of nowhere, fucking great white shark just bites your legs off. Yeah. You're in the coma for 2 months. When you come to, do you want the doctor to tell you what happened right away? Or do you want her to kind of like spin it a little? You're like, oh, before I tell you what happened, let me ask you this. You ever been to Six Flags? Don't you hate standing in line? How would you like to have the best seat in a movie theater? Okay, one more. How would you like to finish the Boston Marathon before the Kenyans? That part's to do. It makes sense, right? Like, every year Kenyans win the Boston Marathon, except for people in wheelchairs. Who seem to make up a little speed on the hills. I think you have to be in a wheelchair. Right? You can't just be like a guy. Like, I can't just show up next year like, I want in. That'd be sweet if I won, and they're like, you won the wheelchair Boston Marathon. And I get up, and I'm like, fucking yeah.
Nah.
This stage is not structurally sound. I'm pretty sure we could have tied 6 books together. It would have been far safer than what I just did. It's cool you guys come out to the thing, you know. There's a lot of sadness happening. Need not bring it up. Don't tell. By the way, isn't filming a don't tell show a little antithetical to the business model? But there is sad shit, but there's even hope in the sadness, right? Like that Ukrainian President Zelensky, he's a cool guy. You know, before he was the president, he was a comedian.
Yeah.
That gives me hope. One day I may take power. They get to have a cool president, though. They have a small country. We have a fucking huge country, so we're stuck with fucking cheese pizza. Like, you ever been to a high school lunch or like a big pizza party? Like, you're pretty much stuck with cheese or pepperoni. That's what we've had for 250 years. Just cheese, sprinkle a little pepperoni. In 2008, we got a Hawaiian pizza. Half the country went apeshit. So much so that the next president ended up being some kind of pumpkin calzone. I don't know what the fuck we got now, but it's certainly overcooked. What's that? Expired. Yeah, I could have said that too. Didn't really help. But yeah. That's a good lesson for everybody. Positive heckle, every bit as disruptive. It's kind of like going up to Anne Frank and being like, "You're hiding very well." That's probably better than what I was going to say anyway. I guess I'll leave. All right. Well, this has been a show. Has been a wonderful, wonderful opportunity to steal books. And thank you for having me. Have a great night.
Alright, man. Boulger was funny, man. Oh, man. Doing a little bit of education in there, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Positive heckle is just as disruptive.
Oh,
what the
man.
fuck is that nigga thinking? Could have said expired. Who says that shit?
It's just like
Trying to make the joke better.
Right. He's talking about pizzas and calzone and cheeses, so it just fits a little better to name something that's crust. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then to go expired. Yeah, it works, but you know. But he was right. Yeah,
Nobody asked him. Whoever that nigga was.
Expired. For you would have laughed out this place if I'd have said expired, right? I imagine, right? But everybody else still cracked up over, over the word used. But yeah, man, that's funny, man. And then his reason for not wanting to be there to the judge.
Oh yeah. You got a dentist appointment. After all that.
Man. Yeah, dude's funny, man. He said, isn't it kind of contradictory? Don't tell comedy, and it's being recorded.
Yeah, it is called Don't Tell, but yeah, they're telling a lot. Telling everything they can record.
Oh man, he said I could have stacked 6 books on top of each other.
The nigga did that jump. Nigga probably almost fell through. He said the stage isn't. I guess it wasn't sturdy. Nigga said. He said, what if he got in a wheelchair competition at the Boston Marathon and he was an able-bodied person? He'd probably arrest your ass or something.
I didn't know they had a separate competition. I didn't know there's one for people with wheelchairs and one for regular. I thought it was just one.
No, they can't compete together.
I mean,
all the wheelchair people would either come in first or last.
I don't know why I think of the marathon, like, for some reason, I just associate the Boston Marathon with, like, a charity. I don't actually think of it like a marathon event. For some reason.
Is a marathon.
Yeah, I know.
It is one of the biggest marathons.
Yes, exactly. But just right then and there, it just didn't, I imagine if I lived in that region or was a fan of marathons or,
Well, only the reason I know Boston because of the Boston Marathon, the massacre that happened.
Right,
you know
exactly.
What I'm saying?
Exactly. Very sad event. But exactly. You know what I mean?
But yeah, like you can't have regular, not regular people, but like able-bodied people competing against.
Right. It being a competition. That's right. Yeah. Exactly.
That's like.
But don't men and women compete together in that marathon? I guess that's how marathon. Yeah, okay.
That's different than not having no legs.
Is it?
You gonna nigga?
I'm like,
I guarantee you, all the women would beat me in that motherfucker. I'm coming in last.
Oh no.
Go ahead.
Yeah, man. But definitely, man. So like, he was referring to somebody having like, the prosthetic limbs.
Well, in a wheelchair, no legs in a wheelchair.
Right, exactly. But I'm thinking of somebody no legs running in a regular.
No, there's nobody with prosthetic legs running with 2 prosthetic legs running in the Boston Marathon.
No.
Is there?
I don't know. Do
they have
a handicap race?
They must, or they have to have a handicap lane or route.
A different route.
Yeah, go the shorter route. Something. It can't be the same. If it is, that's kind of.
Yeah, man. Check that marathon out.